Hey guys, it's Hustlémon. Thank you for dropping by in today's video. So, I kind of want to do something a bit unique today, guys. Like, when it comes to product reviews or unboxings on Pokemon TCG content, it's usually the same thing. You kind of see ETBs, collection boxes, UPCs, EX tins. These are obviously like the most endorsed products out over there. This is what people like to research, I guess, a lot more because it's readily available on the market. But I feel like there's one product that's fallen out of favor, or I should at least say it's fallen out of the people's radar, and that is the Pokemon Stacking Tin right over here. Like, this is basically something that I barely even see anyone discussing about. So I thought, why not take it upon myself and go for it and discuss it, whether it's worth any investors or collectors out over there to add it into their inventory. What I usually do, guys, I keep it simple. I list off some pros and then some cons as well, and then finally I share my thoughts at the end of each video. But this time round I thought, you know what, we'll do a cheeky unboxing as well. We might as well chuck that in at the end to see what we get over here. This is the only one I've got left in my collection, so I thought, well, why not? It seems like a good time to go ahead and break it open. So without further ado, let's go for it and dive into today's video. So guys, let's go through the pros firstly. I've got 5 pros that I've listed off, but obviously I always encourage an open dialogue on my videos as well. So if you guys have got any suggestions, I'm always happy to hear it and for you guys to share it to the wider community, which is great. We're helping each other out over here. But the things that I've listed off in particular, well, firstly, it's in the name itself, stacking. It's a stacking product, and I love having a small compact design. I mentioned this beforehand when it comes to booster bundles. For me, it's an ideal, especially you have to look at your own personal space at home. Like, I don't have a huge section that I can keep away some of these products myself. So when it comes to like having small, like, condensed investment products, this is ideal for me as a collector. So when it comes to like the stacking tins, it's exactly the same as a booster bundle. I can just basically go ahead, pop it on top of one another. It joins in quite easily as well, as you can see over there, and you can just build it up from there, which is absolutely fantastic. It's built that way, it's designed that way, and I feel like that is ideal for anyone who has less space at their home. Like, just to go into it, like I always mentioned beforehand, I do multiple alternative investment. Pokemon is just one of my favorite ones. But for example, I also collect sealed video game products. And when it comes to limited collections, like the Mortal Kombat 1 statue that I've got over here, it's huge, it's massive, and it's just one single product. And yet the stacking tins, for example, I could probably easily fit like maybe at least 9 of them in comparison to that one product that I have over there. So when it comes to that spatial awareness, it's important for any collectors or investors out over there to see what they do have at home. So for me, the stacking tin is great for anyone who's got that limited accessibility. Next pro we got, guys, is the design of the tin itself. Now obviously for those of you who love visual appearance on any products, then this is going to be one of those things. It does stand out over there. It's got some quite cool artwork on each of these tins, and at this moment of time the theme that goes around on each tin is basically the Pokemon type itself. So look, fire, fighting, grass, metal, darkness, etc. You get the whole point. I like the color combination that you can go ahead and add this in, and for a lot of collectors over there, that is one of the things that they look out for, is the visual appeal of the product itself. How good will it look on each and every one of their shelves? Because it's cool to have a collection, especially for like content creators. You can see in their background, some of them, they put it out over there. If you got just like plain white boxes of like product with a label on there, it just doesn't look cool or as appealing as much. But the stacking tins over there is definitely like quite a cool visual design, especially if you look at for the products that are around the similar price ranges, like it's the triple blister packs and the mini tins. This by far stands out a lot more in comparison to them two. Next pro I've got listed over here, guys, is the variety of packs that you get in the stacking tins, which is quite cool because if you like pick and mix, this is probably ideal for you. You get to sample each one of these products. Now with the stacking tins itself, what's quite cool on the Pokemon Center website, if you hovered over here, you get to see what's actually available in each of these contents. So the most popular one is the grass, the lightning, and the water stacking tin. That is because it's got the evolving skies packs. Now obviously it is sold out on the Pokemon Center website, but if you go on resale markets like eBay, and you just type in one of the elements, sometimes people seem to forget what's actually contained over there, and that is obviously the Evolving Sky booster pack. For one booster pack on its own, currently under resale, it's about £18 to £20. So if you can snap this product around that price frame, which some people end up slipping up because they, like I said, they don't do their research into what they have available, they then end up like basically selling it off for cheap. Like at this moment of time, this is in the American market, but that's £24. We like obviously in America you don't have to pay that delivery fee. But if you go ahead and just do the currency conversion, that's around $29 over there. So that one booster pack is basically gonna contain almost the entire value of what's in there. So I think it's not bad for someone to go ahead and purchase that and keep it away as a sealed investment product. So it's just something that if you guys want to go ahead and just keep your eye out, and obviously it's one of those things like I've checked it now and then. Sometimes I see people have won it on bid for like £18. I'm like, oh my god, they've just got an Evolving Sky pack gifted to them with the 2 free booster packs in there. That's how I see it, and it's one of those things again, guys. If you keep it away for a long period of time, it's going to naturally increase as well. Right, next up, guys, over here, and I think this is a very important issue, and to be honest, I think a lot of people do think these ways these days, especially for people that grew up like in the millennial generation, or even like the the more newer Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, whatever you like to title yourself as. Environmental friendly is like at forefront of like a lot of people's mind these days, when especially when it comes to like plastics. We try to obviously reduce it and leave a less carbon footprint over there, and if you compare it to again the triple blister pack, which is on the same price frame, that has a plastic cover over there, and a lot of people end up discarding it. Like I try my best to recycle as much as possible, but obviously there's a lot of products out over there that just makes it a bit more inconvenient, I'd say, for yourself to recycle. The stacking tin, it just has that one plastic foil around it, and that's it. Like it's a lot more small, it's a lot more condensed in comparison to the triple blister pack. And again, that's important. At the end of the day, I don't want a squirrel to be harmed in the sea over there. Like, it's just one of those situations. If Pokemon can do this more and more, then it would be ideal. And I see it as well. They are starting to reduce, the packaging sizes, etc. A lot of companies are now being a bit more cautious about it. I mean, at the end of the day, it saves them money and it saves the environment as well. And if we can all contribute our own unique way in doing that, it helps out the wider picture. So environmental friendly, I think, is an important one to tick off the box, because for a lot of people that is really, really important for them, and for some people it does matter a lot. Right, guys, this is the final pro that I've got listed over here, and of course we have to talk about that it's an actual storage stacking tin in itself, which is kind of cool because look, again, triple blister packs, once you ripped it open, it's done, you're discarding that item. With the stacking tin itself, you can use it for whatever you desire. I use personally mine to store Pokemon coins, pins, etc., little like accessories for myself, just to keep it away in one particular tin, and I know if I ever, for whatever reason, I need it, it's there for myself. I do have a con on that as well, which I'll go around and discussing it on the second part. But some of you guys might like to just use it as the modern version of the Danish biscuit tin over there that you can store away your sewing needles. Literally, when I grew up, guys, I thought this was an Asian household thing. It's not until the power of internet that I realized that despite how many cultures out there in the world, we've all suffered this fate. Every single one of us went to our grandparents' house hoping to find some cookies, and instead got absolutely bamboozled, and now we all have trust issues. So if you want to play a cruel joke like that to your friends, like here's some Pokemon packs inside this tin, and go wow, and then they find some sewing needles, be my guest, you guys can go ahead and do that cruelty out over there. But for me at least, it's something that I can reuse as an item, so I think it's quite a cool pro to feature in over there. Anyway, that's all the pros that I've covered off over here, guys. Like I always say, feel free to share any suggestions that you do have, but let's go ahead and move on to the cons. So guys, let's go ahead and discuss the cons over here. I listed up 3 that I feel like are the big standout feature of why this product isn't so great. Firstly is the price, and I think that's one of the biggest critique that I have over here today. Look, the stacking tin itself, when it comes on the market at this moment of time, the recommended retail price is £15, which I'll be honest, it's a little too steep. At the end of the day, you need to focus on its two main competitors in the Pokemon TCG, like products. That is the Triple Blister Pack and the Mini Tins. Both go on sale a lot more regularly, and both actually come onto the market at recommended retail price, lesser, cheaper than £15. So, with that being said, I would be more enticed to go ahead and get the Triple Blister Pack, especially because you get the promo card over here. I can give or take the sticker sheets. I'm not really too fussed about that. Yeah, the variety of packs is cool, but for me, just having a set of free booster packs of one item is still great for me, especially if it's a product that's being endorsed heavily, like the Surging Sparks. You get the Zapdos in there, and you get the Triple booster packs. That is going to be a lot more, better for myself as an investor to have that stacked away, because I know that the Pokemon itself is popular, and the set itself is doing quite well. So I'd rather go ahead and get that in comparison to having this item on my inventory. So I think that's one of the biggest things. And in fact, if you want to actually know, in the stacking tin, I've only ever seen it go on sale once last year, and that was on Amazon. Like, it literally dropped it down on Amazon price, Prime Day to £10. And again, you can use the buy 4 items and you get a 35% knocked off. So it worked out at about £9.50. And that was it, guys. I thought, okay, I've never seen it any time cheaper than that. So £9.50 is the best price I've ever seen it. With Triple Blister Packs, I seen this go down to £7.50 as well last year. I'm definitely a lot more enticed to getting that. And when it comes to mini tins as well, that's always on sale. In fact, Argos always has a sale on mini tins where it's 2 for £15. So I know where I'd rather spend my money. Right, the next con that I've listed over here, and this is for anyone that's kind of like me when it comes into the collecting world. I'm a bit OCD about this. If I start off a collection, I want to complete it. Like, that's it. And there's obviously difficulties with the stacking tins, especially the popular free products that I've listed over here beforehand. The grass, the lightning, and the water. They're a lot more difficult to go ahead and get hold of. These 5 are relatively easy to pick up. Sorry, these 6. But it's these 3 that you're going to end up struggling with. And for me, just going ahead and buy this on resale market for a bit of a higher price is a bit of a detour for me. Like, I don't want to go ahead and spend a lot more on a collection than I actually need to, just for my own vanity's sake. So it's something for you guys to go ahead and watch out for. Again, it's something that if you are gonna go ahead and pursue, you need to separate what you're actually doing this for. If you are, into purely on investment side of things, then you just basically want to focus on the main 3 if you can get it at a cheaper price. If you are a collector and want to go ahead and complete the whole entire collection, then this is something that I would actually tell you to avoid now, because there's a lot more you can put your money a lot more effectively these days. If you really wanted to sit down and snipe on eBay, then yeah, by all means, if you've got that patience and time frame, you can do that. But for me, it's a con, because at the end of the day, you don't know if you're going to end up completing it, or you don't know how much money you're going to have to spend on a collection. I'd rather know upfront in advance, in having that budget set aside for myself. And then one of the things as well, guys, I don't know if they're going to release any more of these stacking tins. It could be reprinted, it might not. They might even change the theme up. Like, right now, obviously, it's all the elements. But what about, they can easily just do an Eevee one, like one of each of Eevee's evolutions over there, which I know would end up being endorsed, of course, by the Poke community in the wider aspects. But again, this is one of those things that's up in the air. Whether Pokemon will pursue that or not, it's anyone's guess. Right, and this is the last con over here, and I wanted to go ahead and kind of touch on this subject where I mentioned beforehand, you can use it to store accessories or whatever that you need to, if you want to keep it away. That's by all means, you can do that. However, I feel like it was a missed opportunity for this to not be in a deck box size. Like, genuinely, if you were able to store your cards in there and use it as a bit of a deck box, I thought that would kind of be a 2-for-1 over there, and it would have enticed the people in the TCG community a lot more. I can't put in cards over there safely. Like, it'll just be rambled about, it'll be floating, you know, going up and down. So unless, you know, I don't mind my cards being damaged over time, then yeah, okay, I can use it for that reason. But I would prefer to keep my cards safe as possible. And I think it's one of those missed opportunities, because the booster packs itself is relatively the same size as what a deck box actually is if you were to put your cards in sleeves, etc. So it's just a missed opportunity. I feel like they could have done a lot more. They could have definitely condensed the stickers down and fit that a lot more neatly in that stacking tin. It's just a missed opportunity. I feel like it's one of those things that they could have easily put in place over there. But yeah, that's my cons all covered up, guys. That's the 3 cons I have listed over here. But let's go ahead and summarize this today, guys. And yeah, like I said, I'll summarize it whilst doing a pack opening so we can see what I pull in this tin. Let's do this. Right, guys, something happened when I was unboxing this. So firstly, I've recorded a screw up. Well, I've recorded a screw up. I screwed up the recording. Basically, I'm trying to obviously do it on my phone. You can see it on the camera as well, and I ended up going over the memory, so I had to go ahead and delete some stuff. But this is what caught me off guard. So I opened it up. Obviously, I got my coin in there. For those of you who do care, like in this one you get the coin. Obviously, in some of them you get your stickers. But I got a Pikachu coin, which is quite cool. This is what caught me off guard, right? Lost Origin, Lost Origin, Lost Origin. 3 Lost Origins. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Lost Origins, so I'm much more happier than I got that in comparison to, you either get Darkness Ablaze, or I think you get another random Sword and Shield in there. This looks like someone in the packing, or whatever, the distributor, wherever, I don't know how I want to describe it. Someone screwed up their one job, basically, and they put 2 of the same packs in there than that. Now, obviously, I'm going to take it as a bit of a win, because I would love to have a Giratina in there. But it just, like, catched me aside, because now, obviously, the whole thing was I get a variety of packs. I said that was a bit of a pro over there. Well, I didn't get a variety. I got 3 of the same ones. Like I said, I'm going to take it as a personal win. You think of it however you want to think of it. But for me, I'm happy with seeing 3 Lost Origins. I'm not going to take it as a loss by all means. But yeah, just to summarize the video, let's go back onto the topic today, guys. Like, at the end of the day, I think for myself personally, if you are going to go ahead and like get these sort of items, you want to basically ensure that you're doing it as a collector, really. I think that's the only way you ever like going to see a plus on this. Other than that, I will always tell people, just save your money and just, you know, avoid it, because I just don't think it's a necessarily great item. So far we've obviously not got a hit over there, which is I don't expect a hit, if I'm honest with you guys, but it's one of those things. We'll see how we do. Yeah, like I said, stacking tins, I will, if it does come back, I think Pokemon would definitely go towards the sides of doing like an evolution version of it. It makes much more sense if they wanted to keep it like a theme thing, but I just don't think it's gonna be like endorsed as much in comparison, because there's just so many products out over there now that realistically the Pokemon Center doesn't need to like go ahead and do something that's not really made much sales for them. They can see where the popular products are, and the stacking tins are definitely not on that list. Okay, so we do have a hit. We got a trainer card over there, Cook. I don't know what the price is. I'll definitely flash it on screen upon editing, so we'll see. You know, okay, we got something. But yeah, you know, hopefully you appreciate the content, guys. That's the main thing. Let me know if you guys do collect the stacking tins, if that is something that you've actually dabbled into. Like I said, I don't see many people discussing it, and especially the content creators out over there. Like, at the end of the day, I would rather buy an EX tin. If the whole metallic appearance is like one of the things that appeal to me, the EX and the V tins are just so much more better. You get a Black Star promo card in there, and you get 4 packs, and again you get a variety of packs over there. I'd rather just save up that extra £5. If not, you can actually get EX tins for even £15 easily enough, and when it goes on sale, I'd rather just purchase that. So if you are someone that's interested in investing, get a tin, an EXV tin instead, or even get a booster bundle. Like that just makes much more financial sense than the stacking tin. So let's see, final thing. Okay, we got a cheeky little energy card over there. But that's it, guys. That's me all done and dusted over here. So out of them 3 Lost Origin packs, we've got Cook. Yeah, it's definitely not something I expected to see today, but whatever, you know, we've made it. We've done the content today. Hopefully you appreciated the video, guys. Like I said, do feel free to put your suggestions forward. Yeah, and I guess I'll be back on for my next video. We're definitely gonna have to like look into my grading series and discuss that a lot more. So I'll do a little self promotion over here, flash it on. I'm basically going to review every grading service in the UK, and I'm just gonna go through these. Well, they're not every single one, but these are the 8 ones that stand out a lot more. There's smaller ones out over there, but I'll be honest, like I can't, you know, there's a lot of people that basically gone ahead and created a business, and they never really dabbled into it as much. There's a lot of websites that's still up and about, but they're not accepting any card submissions, so just keep that in mind. But like I said, I'm going to focus on these 8 in particular, and we're going to go through it one by one and see my review and how I felt like their services were. Hopefully appreciate today's content, guys. Just do me a favor, hit that like button, do all the fancy stuff that YouTube asks you to do to help out small timer like myself. Thank you once again, and yeah, I guess I'll see you all on the next video. Take care.